Hi, this is Lee Solden. This is to help people learn Brazilian Portuguese. I'm going to read the same material. This time I'm going to translate as I go. Uh, this is the same material I covered in 60D-1 and 60D-2. This is going to be 60D-3. My goal is to do 4 of these videos covering about 2 hours worth of video to cover this 11-minute story. So it'll be 2 or 3 minutes per segment. If this is the first video you've seen from me, I'll try to be quick here. Start with video number 60. Do the ear tuning stuff. Start going toward a native ear for Portuguese. Then come back to this type of video where you're listening to me tell you what the words mean. You learning what the words mean is not very important compared to getting a native ear for Brazilian Portuguese, okay? You want to start doing that first, then worry about the words later, because then you can loop, not my video, but you can loop my video if you want to in the background of hearing the definitions, but you want to mostly be looping the video you're trying to learn, okay? And you're going to learn that video by ear a whole lot quicker. I mean, it's myriads of times quicker if you can hear it right. So here goes the translation. Here we go. Okay, what nobody says or tells you about being adult. Okay, they pronounce that okay. You almost always hear it pronounced okay. What nobody, ninguém, conta, tells, sobre, over, being, ser, adulto, or adulto, this probably most likely heard. Okay, adult. Subtitle. No te nada. Okay, there you don't have anything. No, tem, have, nada, nothing. But you gotta say anything. You don't have anything. G errado. Excuse me, that's G errado. In error, nothing wrong. Con você, with you. Con você. Nothing wrong with you. Being adult, ser adulto, or excuse me, ser adulto. Try to match this one particular accent. This is the guy on the on the video. He always, regardless of how fast he's saying words, says ooh on a trailing O. That's is. That's the E with the accent mark over it. Remember, there's an E with no accent. And when you get the accent mark, the E is fundamentally changed to an like an A in cat. It means is. And with Portuguese, it can mean it is, or he is, she is. So being adult is strange, estranho, assim mesmo, like this. It's strange like this. Assim means like this. Mesmo means same or just. So you can interpret this phrase as being adult is just strange like this. Okay, I put the word just at the very end of the sentence. Okay, moving on. Okay, so when we take notice, cuando nos damos, okay, damos from dar, got the mos ending here, so we, and the nos is us, is reflex, so it's a reflexive verb. So nos damos. So when we give ourselves count, this way they say when we take notice of something, where you count something, okay? conta. Olhamos para trás. We look back. Olhamos. Olhar is to look. Got the MOS ending for we again. Para trás. Para is forward. Trás is back. So when we look backwards in time, they're talking about in this case. And só. That's an S-O with an accent mark. Again, the O fundamentally changes how it's pronounced when it has an accent mark. It goes from O to A. So it's a saw. Okay. And only, or the only thing, O key, what, can be which. Usually what, but it means which sometimes. I would say the only thing which we see here, vemos, são, are lembranças, memories of the da. That's G-D-E plus a, the, of the, da, of the. Now we don't use a the before every noun, but in Portuguese they pretty much do. Even if you have a possessive such as our, which comes up next word, our childhood. Memories of our childhood. Well, you wonder why is the before our? They just put it there. That's part of their grammar. Nossa, our. And then we got infancia, childhood, infancy. Okay, quando, when, fecho, close, I close. Usually an O at the end, it's an I form. Quando fecho, when I close, it's from fechar to close. Os olhos. Okay. Os, the, plural masculine, os, matches the os end of olhos. Olhos is a masculine noun. Most nouns in Portuguese, like Spanish, end with either an O or an A. So usually you know if a noun is masculine or feminine. If it ends with an O, it's feminine. Excuse me. Ends with an O, it is masculine. And then you add the S for plural. So the eyes, the has to match both the gender and singular versus plural. In this case, the eyes, os, olhos. Ainda, still, so, are, that's the word are, capable, so I am still capable, capaz, capable. G of, that's DE, looks like de, and I think it's pronounced de by some people in Brazil if they're talking slowly, but everyone goes to G if they're talking fast. Some people, like this speaker, always say G for, okay, the DE interface, G. Lembrar, remembering. Com detalhes. Com is with, C-O-M. I got to work on saying my C-O-M versus my C-O-N. They're both nasals. This is com, 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 com. Like you're going to make an M. So the next word to come out of your mouth will be ma. Com, ma. Okay. And if you say the C-O-N right, an O-N, they do have O-Ns in this. I'm trying to say con, cona, cona, com, con, 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 con. Okay. Gotta work on it. Especially talking fast, going between my an O-N sound and O-M sound. They are different. Their with is O-M, C-O-M. Con, con, detalles. Got that L-H in there, an Elia. Spanish has an Enya. This language, Portuguese, they have a type of Enya. They got a, that would be an N followed by an H, is for their Enya. And they got an Elia. here. Detalles. Okay, details. Do, of the. That is a combination of G, D, plus O, the. So it's D plus masculine, the singular. Now there are 4 of these. You know, there's do, there's also da, there's also dos, and there's also das. And this is going to be true for a whole bunch of things in Portuguese. So get used to that. You say of the, you have to use the right the. Well, there's 4 thes. So there's going to be 4 versions, right? Of course, you're going to also have just G of, well, by itself. You got, okay, moving along. And it goes on. I mean, there's a whole lot of words that a D is going to go in front of. At the same time, you got a whole lot of words that an N is going to come in front of. G means of or from. If you see an N in front of something, it means in, at, or on. There could be other stuff too. Mostly in and on. Could be at. Sometimes other things. But it's a constant in this language. And when you see NO, for instance, that's not the word no. The word no is no. The word NO means in the, for instance. Okay. Okay, moving on. I won't get too stuck on grammar here. Okay, of the meio quarto. Here's another case. They got the my, of the my room, quarto. Okay, meu is my, that's the masculine form. Minha would be the feminine. So, well, we know that meu is masculine, and look at right after it got quarto, ends with an O. That's probably, you know, almost every time. That means it's a masculine noun. And that meu would go, if that was a plural, that would go to meus, but quarto is a singular, quarto, singular noun, so it says meu. Same with minha. Minha would go to minhas if it was modifying a feminine. Anyway, this is masculine, singular, meu. Okay, na, that's in the. Now the word for in is em, but when they put it in front of the, they changed it to an N. It's still a nasal sound. Na, in the, combination of em plus the, in the. Casa, house, da, combination of G plus da, of the. My mother, house of, okay, let's say my mother says the my mother. Da, minha, my. Okay. Okay. I see. Vejo. Onde. Okay. Where. Meu. My. Super Nintendo is. Ficava. It's from ficar. It means many things. I think of the word fix. Okay. But anything can remotely resemble fix can be meant by ficar, okay? Be, stay, remain, become, and many others. Okay. So I remember where my Super Nintendo was installed. The posição, the position of the bed, da cama, of the bed, da cama. That makes sense, right? Of the bed, da, G plus bed, cama. The support of the television, o suporte da televisão, television. Da televisão, da, of the support of the television. Is and, that's just E, no accent. And even, até, even. Até can mean even, up to, up to and including, but not past. Then you get to além, different word, past a certain point. Até is up to. Okay, so up to and up to and including in this case. O quadro. The picture do Snoop of Snoop. Now I've been pronouncing that as do. You can hear it pronounced do pretty much a whole lot of speakers of Portuguese. As you can look at it as a trailing O, do. D-O, but still of the. Okay. G plus O. Snoop, that's Snoop Dogg. Okay. Na parede. Na, on the, in this case. It could be in the, on the, at the, in this case is on the wall, parede. That's P-A-R-E-D-E. Get that D-E ending for G sound, parede, on the wall. Okay, ne means neither, N-E-M, ne. Parece, neither does it appear pasado, a past, tão distante. Tão means so, distante, distant. It ends with TE. TE interface goes chi. So distante. And there's more than one way to pronounce that, depending on where you are. Brazil, but I've heard of distante mostly. Okay. And I believe that's matching this speaker's accent. Assim. Okay, assim means in this way, like that, so. In this case, why is it there? A lot of times you see it assim at the very last word in a phrase, and you don't think that it can possibly change the meaning of the phrase. But that's that's the way they talk. They put that in this way at the end of something. So neither does it appear a past so distant like that. Okay, you could have just stopped it. So distant, but adds a little color to the sentence. So distant like that. Okay. Mas hoje, but today, tenho, I have. Hoje is today, mas is but, tenho, or tenho. I have quasi, almost. That spelled the E on the end, but trailing E, they're going to say E, quasi. Everybody talking fast is going to pretty much say quasi. Could you hear someone say quasi, or pronouncing it one word at a time? Maybe. Okay, 32 anos, 32 years, and muita means much, coisa, that means thing, but in this case, it means much stuff. Okay, muita coisa. The phrase a lot. This means a lot. Okay, a lot of stuff. Mudou has changed from mudar to change. Desde, D-E-S-D-E, desde. From, since, the, época, the period, time. Since the time that, que, or it looks like K, que, eu, I, was counting, contava, os meses, the months. One month is a mês, and multiples meses. There's a spelling change between the two words. Singular has a, we call it, I think, a circumflex over the E, and you take it off and you add the ES for plural. Okay. Okay, para, to, I mean in order to, for, A lot of times just translated as to for para. Okay, to say, dizer, que, that, finally, finalmente, finalmente. Now, that L is not at the end of a word. The rule is an L at the end of a word is just pronounced like ooh, a little double O sound, and it drops off ooh at the trailing end of a very end of a word. But when you have a compound word like this one, finalmente, F-I-N-A-L, the final is a word and would stand on its own. So you don't change the pronunciation just because it's part of a larger word. And menchi, that's just the ending for the ly ending in English, right? So finally, finalmente, you still have to pronounce the final just like you would pronounce it separate. So it's not final, it's finalmente, finalmente, finally. I era an adolescent, un adolescente, adolescente, okay. And to get an idea of how fast I'm going through this, 1 second. Okay, I got 20 minutes going for a half hour here. Okay. Okay. And I'll play it forward a little bit. I will be speeding up. I'm not going to keep going over every na, da, and do in this audio. For people who are just getting started, they might want to hear that a lot. Okay. Quando somos mais jovens, jovens. It's not hard. That J wasn't hard enough. Jovens, jovem, jovem, jovens, jovens. Okay. Quando, when. Somos, we are. Mais is more. Jovens, young. Okay. Why is an S on the end of jovens? Because it's we, it's plural, right? So you got to put the S. So when we were younger, more young. By the way, that N is a nasal N. Okay, and even in the I should not say somos, it's somos. Quando somos, so I'm making a nasal M out of it, not really pronouncing it. Quando somos mais, now the M beginning of the word you pronounce mais jovens. Well, there's an N in there, but I'm not saying jovens, I'm saying jovens. Going through the N as a nasal and right into the S, jovens. Okay, criamos, we create uma certa, a certain expectativa, certain expectation over, over the adult life, the vida, life adulta. Now, à toa, okay, that phrase means no wonder, okay, and literally it says no to and toa. See if I wrote that down, what toa meant even. Nah, I didn't bother writing that down. It doesn't. doesn't make any sense for the phrase. It's just one of those things. And I've never seen the word used otherwise in this phrase. That phrase, the whole phrase, now toa, means no wonder. Or it's not, you could say it's not for nothing. The phrases is as, that's plural the, feminine, frases, quando eu for grande, when I am an adult, or quando eu for adulto, when I am an adult, when I'm big or when I'm an adult. Okay. Are, são, tão, so, repetidas, repeated by the pelas, crianças, by the kids. Okay. And that pelas means by the. It's one word. And crianças, kids. And crianças is one of those words that'll trick you a little bit. You look at it and go, wait a second, does that mean female kids? Nope. It means kids with an A. So female, it's a feminine noun for kids, okay? Let me see here. And then you got, there's more than one form this pelas. It matches crianças. Okay, so ficamos esperando. Okay, so we are, ficar often just means be. Okay, so we are expecting, esperando, uma mudança, a change, brusca, sudden. Aquele, okay, that moment, onde, where, viramos adulto. So we turn adult, viramos. Okay, virar, to turn. Aquela virada de chave, that turn of the key. Mas fazemos 18 anos, we make 18 years. And isso, this, não acontece. Doesn't happen. Acontecer, to happen, to occur. Okay, so this, it does not happen. This does not happen. Isso, this. Não acontece. That's okay. Acontece. Não acontece. Okay. O processo, the process, o processo, na verdade, truthfully, is in the truth. Na, okay, it's in plus the. Bem is well, mais, more, gradual. Gradual. There's an L there. Much more gradual. Varying, variando, varying. The andu, indu, endu, those type of endings, those are the ing endings. There's three types of verbs in Portuguese: AR, ER, and IR. So they'll have the corresponding ando, endo, or indo, or indu, andu. You put a little trailing O as a u. They all means ing. Okay, varying, bastante, a lot. Para, for, cada, each, de nós, one of us, for each one of us. Okay, and I think I'm going to stop it right there. Pick up next time. Hey, if you like this kind of thing, subscribe, like, share, comment. Bye-bye.